Hey, Jahzir, are you online?
Yes,
Perfect, amazing. It's amazing to meet you. Yeah, how have you been?
I've been good.
That's great to hear. Yeah, I wanted to start with just viewing you as a human and first as rather than an actor, and just it's been a tough time for everyone. I wanted to make sure that you and your family are good. How are you guys holding up?
We're fine. Just doing schoolwork.
That's good. At least you're still kicking butt with school and everything like that, even during these difficult times. So that's great. How's everything been with just the whole press tour and the debut of the movie and everything like that? Has your life completely changed? You're the next big thing, buddy. So come on.
It's been good, and I'm really starting to get the hang of this. So,
You're doing a killer job. Let me just tell you, both as an actor and an interviewer. So just you're killing it. Don't worry. Um, One of the things that I had to tell you is you are fantastic in the movie. It's hard to believe this is like your first huge movie, and you just took to it like a duck to water, man. I mean, one of the best scenes, I think, when you open the movie, your character is kind of in a state of depression. He's lost his parents and everything like that. It is so difficult for any actor to get that sense of depression so accurately, much less for a younger actor, and you nail it. And outside of even just that one scene, you're just killing it throughout this entire movie. Even when you're just doing the vocal work for yourself as a mouse,
thank
you, yeah, yeah. Did you do any sort of preparation to get you into these mindsets to prepare for the role?
preparations. I just thought about the role, and I really felt like I had to imagine like my parents died, kind of. So that would really bring me into a real state of depression.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just had to imagine that, and it kind of like got me down.
It looked fantastic, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was so beautiful and so sad, and so you just did a great job. Is all I'm saying. Are you a Roald Dahl fan? Are you reading all of his books right now?
Um, the only I watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, then I read the Witches, then I watched the movie. So I guess you
Nice.
could say that.
Nice. There's a lot of really good books out there. When I was growing up, I loved Matilda. Matilda's so good, and if you get a chance to see the movie, that's really good. Are if you had the opportunity to be in another kind of Roald Dahl adaptation, like the BFG or another Charlie and the Chocolate Factory remake or something like that, what would you sort of like to see yourself play?
Probably Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I would actually want to know if like they were actually eating like candy,
Yeah.
like the chocolate. I know some of the other stuff was like set made, but like I really want to know.
I know. Every single time I watch that movie, I get really hungry because just the chocolate bars themselves, and even just his factory when they're eating like the gummy worms from the trees and stuff like that. I've always wanted to do that. Man, it looks amazing. I would love to
Yeah.
see you. I would love to see you as Charlie, man. You'd actually kill it. You'd go from one doll adaptation to another. Um, Speaking of candy, are you preparing for Halloween? Are you guys buying up candy? I know it's kind of different this year, but are you preparing for that?
I usually don't celebrate Halloween because I'm not into spooky stuff. I'm not. I just don't like scary things.
Yeah, of course.
I love candy.
Who doesn't? Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy that you mentioned that you're not into scary things, because there's a lot about this movie that's pretty scary. How did you
Yeah.
how did you handle all that on set? Like, did you?
Um, I had to manage. I had to really. I knew it was fake, but at the same time, it looked so real. Like all the wig rash, and so I I really had to think like they just didn't have
Yeah, that's a really good way to to get through it. I think. I mean, like, I would probably be terrified because I love Anne Hathaway. I'm never used to seeing her, you know, doing that thing with her mouth or anything like that. So it's kind of crazy. But yeah. I don't know if you know this. So we're from a blog called The Nerds of Color, and really what we want to do is put light on a lot of the underrepresented actors and actresses in Hollywood that don't get the opportunities because of diversity issues. Really kind of shedding light on that and seeing if we could change the way that people look at Hollywood to increase diversity and awareness of diversity in casting. You are actually the first, you and Octavia are the first leads of color to be in a Roald Dahl movie. In the original Witches, it was two Caucasian leads. In Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, of course, it was two Caucasian leads. Most of the other adaptations, like Steven Spielberg's The BFG, also Caucasian leads. It is huge that you guys are African American and you're in this Dahl adaptation, you're leading this Dahl adaptation. And I wanted to just ask you, how does that make you feel knowing that you're the first people of color to actually really lead a big Roald Dahl adaptation like this?
It feels great, and it's definitely like different, I'd say. From the original, you're right. It is two Caucasian leads, and for it to be different for this 2020 version, it's definitely going to be like a changer. So yeah.
I think it speaks volumes to the type of steps that we're making towards diversifying the landscape in Hollywood, making things a little bit more equal so that folks of color, whether they're from an Asian, African American, Middle Eastern background, can take the leads in these movies. But yeah, that's fantastic. I'm glad. I think, if I may, a lot of folks are going to look at your role and look at Octavia's role, and they're going to be inspired. They're going to want to also take the lead. And I think that given how great a job you did, so many casting agents and directors are going to want to do the same thing in their films. So fantastic job with that. I do have one last question, if I may. I'm a huge fan of Anne and Octavia. What was it like working with them every day? How were they?
Oh, they were so sweet and kind, and I just love working with them. They were very comfortable to work with, and I hope I can work with them again.
Yeah, I hope you do too. I think you're gonna, you guys did amazing work together. Did it feel like Octavia? I would want Octavia to be my grandmother. Did it feel like she was a grandmother to you on set too, or like a mom or an aunt?
Yes.
Yeah, that's really cool.
No offense to my real grandmother.
I'm sure she's as fantastic as Octavia too, but now you kind of have like a third grandma. So there you go.
Yeah.
Oscar-winning grandma, as it were. But yeah, I just want to tell you again, you did a phenomenal job. I think you've changed things for Dahl adaptations going forward. So I just want to say thank you to you and Octavia for that, and for your time as well. And I hope school goes okay, buddy. And yes. I hope to see you on this big screen, doing big and more and more.
Oh, and also make sure to go check out Christmas Chronicles 2, November the 25th on Netflix.
Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out. Thank you again, Jahzir. You've been amazing.
Thank you.